Hello everyone, you are welcome to my channel. So in today's video we shall be attempting to make a no-sew junk journal. Again, this video is inspired by Natasha of Treasure Books. I am new into the junk journaling world, but every morning I go to Natasha's page to draw inspiration. Now let's look at what we need to get started. So I've got this cardboard paper for my journal cover, and I've got some beautiful one-sided craft sheets for the covers of my signature. So this journal is going to have 5 individual sets of signatures. So still on my signature, that's 1, 2 for the signature, 4 and 5. That's 2 sets of signatures, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I've got another set of signature, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So where does this go? I think this looks too busy. Oh, who cares? So and that's one of our signatures done. Signature, and this is a green themed one. So what do? Look for a befitting cover. I think that sort of goes well, and I'm just make it into a wee notebook, and we've got 2. We have 5 individual signatures. So this 7, 8, 9. I'll be using these 2-sided craft papers for the cover. Now I'm going to fold it the wrong way round. So you want to leave the best part inside because it's not going to be visible. So you want to make sure they are equal. This is how I measure. I don't have folding tools yet, so I just improvise until they are perfect. The same on both sides. This and up. Fold in half, and have this signature in. Okay, this paper. Again, we want to fit this in here. So I don't like the idea of this and this on. So fold in half. So our signatures. So that's 5 signatures. We've got 5 signatures. Now we're going to start working on our. So it is time to bound our signature, and you can sew your signature, you can staple your signature, but I am going to be wrapping my signature. I think I found an easy way out, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I've got my first signature over here. Rope or twine, I don't know what it's called, and put that rope in the middle. Here. So we're going to be wrapping. That's why it's called the wrapping method. Going to be wrapping, and we've wrapped it 3 times, and this is what it looks like on the inside, and that's what it looks like on the outside. So we're about to tie a knot, but before we tie the knot, we want to make sure the rope or the thread is sitting exactly how we want. So if you're happy with what this looks like, then you can go on to tie it. If not, you can still go on to adjust it. So we've got that one done, and we'll move the second set of signature. Got another already cut rope. Again, same as the first time. Make sure everything is placed properly. Come in with your rope, and it's easy. So pull the rope here to the back, just enough that you can tie up here. So this one's managed to be on the side. I'm pulling them to the middle. I don't want them on the side, rather in the middle. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And that's our second one done. And this is what it looks like at the moment. Third sets of signature. Again, inside, make sure you keep adjusting as you go. Tie. So we've got our fifth and final signature, and we're going to be binding it through the wrapping method. So this is what the signatures look like. Again, now we're going in for the third time. Got our 5 signatures. Hold bound bits with masking tape. So I'm putting some glue, because we know this and this would be coming together here on this side. And I know that's my first page and it's going on to that page. So this and this together. I have some glue. So apply some glue to the edges as well. One, and we want to make sure that they are almost the same, almost perfect if you can. So that's our first one. Now we are moving on to the second one, another one, and this is going to be joined with the glue like paper. And this end, we are going to try to marry them, but before we do, we need to make sure that they are of the same length, like that. Yep, it's almost perfect. Okay. Use my stapler to iron it down. That's that page done. it's a bit low, so I'm just gonna put this my journal under so we can level up a bit. And with this one, and we come with this one, and we marry them, but make sure they are of the same length. Make sure they are close to perfect. They're coming together nice and fine. Our 5 signatures bound together. I'll be using some cotton fabric for the spine, and I will be measuring exactly where Please remember, we shall not be applying any glue to the spine. So I'm just going to do myself that's our first bit done. Turning over to the other side. Two. Then, so you have uniformed stuff. So I'm not quite happy with this fabric and everything going on here, so I'm going to put on a second fabric. I hope it works. I hope this works for me. Now let's go on and construct our journal cover. So this is from 2 book covers. I glued them together to give me this cardboard. If you look here, you would see I actually just glued something down. So let's see, a bit longer than that. Our covers. Let's do a quick measurement. Covers for my book, for my journal. Let's have a look at that. That's 1 and that's 2. Now let's look at what paper we want to use for the cover. I don't know if I have any 2 papers that are the same anymore, because we like to have a uniform front and back. So I think this should do just now, I think. And cut like 1, 3. So that's so we're going to have this somewhere here, okay? And we're going to be working on that in a moment. Go ahead to take that off. Oh, sorry, I'm new to talking while I work, so when my mouth is working, my hand is not working. So I have now applied some glue onto the card, and this card was made by, I glued 2 cardboard papers together, some old book covers, and that gave me this card. It's a little like that. We're going to lay it down carefully, and we're going to come with our card, and we are just going to make it so proportionate. And that's our card on already with our second card. So I'm not very happy with this card because it seems to be bending because it's just too light. So to solve this issue, I have decided to do a mini surgery for this thing. I'm going to add another card to it just to make it more sturdy and give me a better finishing. I don't want all my journals curving because of bad cover. So I'm putting a lot of double-sided tape because I don't have time to wait for this thing to dry. I'm adding this extra layer to my cover because it looks just so light and like a fix. I'm just going to put another card on it and hope it works. May God help these bits and these bits. So that's your one side done. And here we go. So that's one of my covers done. That cover, cover it with a lot of glue. And I'm going to be putting down this protective stuff. So. I'm excited already, guys. So that's what our journal looks like currently. I'll be trimming that off once it dries out.